Hi all, this is Honey. Welcome back to our channel Code with Honey. Today we are going to solve August 31st Late Code Challenge, which is Sudoku Solve. Yesterday we are verifying whether the given Sudoku is valid. Today we will be checking whether we will be solving the Sudoku. So the same. So we have to write a program to solve the Sudoku puzzle by filling the empty cells. Everyone must be aware, right? How we will be filling the Sudoku. We have to fill all this values from 1 to 9 with unique values. The same here, and the grid also should contain 1 to 9 values, which is unique, that no repetition should be there. So we have to solve the Sudoku. Okay, that's for that only we're gonna write the code. Okay, that's it. So each Sudoku solution must satisfy all the following rules. Each of the digits 1 to 9 must occur exactly once in each row, once in each column, once in 3 cross 3 sub boxes of the grid. So the dot in character indicates empty cell. So in the given board they'll be giving us dot. Okay, now just take a look. I hope yesterday if you would have solved the valid Sudoku, now it will be very easy for us to implement the Sudoku solver. So if you didn't solve the yesterday question, I'll recommend you guys to go and solve the yesterday's question. And if you feel difficult, please do check out the yesterday's video to solve today's question. So which will give you the basic idea of how first we will check valid Sudoku. Now how we are going to implement the Sudoku solver. Okay, now just take a look at the approaches. Okay, so this is the board. Now what they have told, we have to fill this all these values which are dot. Okay, so yesterday question what we would have done. So yesterday if the board is dot dot dot, we will be calling if is valid, and it this valid function will return us whether that particular board is valid or not. If not valid, we will be returning false. But here you can fill any values, right? Here you can fill 1 or 2 or 4. So for this box you have so many choices. What all? 1 2 3 is already present, so 4 and 5 is also already present. 6 you can't do because already 6 is present in this grid, right? So like this we will be comparing all the values. So what all the possible values for this particular cell? So we can fill 1 2 3 3 no, 4 5 also no, 6 was present, 7 you can fill, 8 9 was present. So these will be the choices. So you will, if you see the dot, and you will be among this 1 to 9. Okay, whatever the values you will be assigning first initially 1, and updating the board corresponding to the 1, and you will try to fill all this. Okay, then if you're setting it 1 and it doesn't fill all the empty cells, then you will be changing this to 2. Like this we will be going to update each of the cell value, what are the possible values for this cell. Okay, by applying that, if this row and column and this 9 cross 9 valid only, you will be updating that to the board, and you will using the new board after you fill 1. For example, here if you fill 1 and using the new board, you will try to solve further because you are applied some value here, right? So okay, if that one was, if you apply 1 here, if you couldn't solve the full board, what we again, you will backtrack here and you will be updating, instead of 1 you will be updating the 2. Okay, like this, what are the possible value with this 2. Now you will be sending the board and you will try to fill. If that was valid, we will be returning 1, because with this 2, if you are able to fill all the values or unique values, then you will be returning 1. So if not, okay, so once you fill the board, you will be returning reassign the dot to dot. So these are the extra conditions that we will be using. But if you see here, for every value, right, for the every empty cell, whatever the value we are fixing, we are keep on checking the same row. we are keep on calling this valid, whether it is valid, that will run again order of n square, right? To fetch for each valid cell, you are keep on calling the, once you apply, you keep on calling whether this is valid or this is valid. What we can do, how we can, instead of calling this every time, what we can do to check at order of 1. Okay, if we store all these values, whatever we are filling, okay, if you store it in that corresponding row, okay, for example, let's have the set of order of 9 will contain all the row values, then will contain order of 0 row sets will contain all the row values, whatever the filled values. Okay, when order of column values also we will fill, and each box value also, if you store it in a set, so you can just verify, right? Based on the I and jth value, you can just verify, okay, whether this cell is filled. Okay, that cell is filled, and you can check whether this new C value, okay, the new C value is already present in the row or in the corresponding jth column or in the box. Then don't use. Okay, we'll try to, by storing those values in a uh, row and call sets, we can avoid the recurse this function call every time, right? That's what additional thing that we are going to do for the Sudoku solver, because this will go into time limit exceeded. Okay, so for that, to avoid the time limit exceeded, we are not calling this, because this again it will call order of n times, right, for each decision, so which will go to n cube. Now we are trying to avoid that. Okay, how we are going to do that, let's see. Instead of calling is valid, if we store it in a set, okay, we'll be having 9 set for storing all the row values. The calls will store all the column values, okay, and boxes will store the same 9 boxes will be there, right? That will store all the box values. So the same condition we will be using. How yesterday we checked for each box values based on the I and j. Okay, this is for row, to figure out the corresponding row, right? J by 3. So for this we are just taking the row, because we are using 9 sets, right? So this is the 0th row, this is 0th box. So for that box we wanted the row, this is row and this is call, that's like that only yesterday we stored, right? So now we'll be having the corresponding row, right? 0 1. So this is 0th box, this is first box, this is second box. So that will give you the row values, right? So that's what we have taken only, that I divided by 3 star 3 plus j divided by 3 will give you the row. So that is the box number. Like that we are assuming, and we are appending all the corresponding nums. Okay, so this is 0th box. So if I and j lies in this box, then it will be added to the 0th box. If I and j lies in this, it will get added to the first box. Okay, like that we will create a sets to check the valid. There we'll be calling whether it is valid, and we'll be passing I and j, right? Here we will be using row, call and boxes to identify which box it is. This is which row it is, which call. Okay, rows of I will give you this. So call j. Okay, if it is empty, you can add it into the empties. Okay, if it is not empty, add it into the corresponding row. For this 5, we will be adding into the row 0 and call 0 for this 1, and we will be adding it to the row of 1 will get added, and calls of 3 will get added the same number. Okay, and boxes 2, second box, it will get added. Okay, one. So by that, what we are doing now, instead of traversing 9 again n square, we have appended this ij once for on the first time itself. When you are traversing, we have appended this ij, which ij is empty. There only you have to fill, right, the same. So we have appended all the empties into the empties and row curls and boxes. So once you have appended this ij, what we will be doing initially, we will be starting from the zeroth index. So how many empty cells are there? Will be having 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, like this. It will be adding, it would have, all the empty cells would have been in this empties array. Now we'll be fetching ij every time, and we'll be getting the box the same way how we are storing into the box which is filled, we have stored. Now we'll be getting the b and ij. Now you got, so I means row and j means call. So we'll be for each same, you can append 1 2 3 4 5 6 all this, right? So now for each value, if that was not present, this is checking valid. If not, then update the rows and add it into the rows, calls and boxes. Okay, then you further call I index plus 1. We are going, once you fill this empty cell, next empty cell is I index plus 1. Okay, once you got this at the end of the empties, once you reach the last empty cell index, length of the empties, then you know all the Sudoku was solved and all this were valid. So if once you reach true, you will be returning, okay, whatever we are calling, right? If not, again you have to undo. No, that was not valid, then you put that again back to add, then add, remove. Okay, we'll be again traversing from the next. We'll be changing the c value. Instead of 1, instead of next we will try to, instead of 2, next what are the values that is not present in the rows of I, calls of I and boxes of I. We'll be changing that value and we'll be fixing that. For sure, at least one valid box we can form. Got it? So yeah, that's how the Sudoku works. I hope this makes sense. By this, instead of time complexity order of n cubed, what we can do, we will be having the space complexity. For now, you know na, we'll be traversing here order of n square. Okay, to fetch this will be order of n square. Here you will be having, you will store all the empties, okay, to the max. Let's assume all the cells were empty, which means 81 index it will be, right? So, and you have 9 choices, okay, we'll have 9 choices and each choices will have to go and fill. To the worst case, it will call 81. So basically, if you assume this as a m, okay, this is n. So n to the power of n square is our time complexity for this, plus order of n square. So in total, it will be order of n to the power of n square. N equals to 9 here. Okay, this will be a time complexity. Space complexity will be order of 3n square, which is technically order of n square because we'll be storing the rows and calls and everything ranges 9. 9 is the order of n here. Okay, so for this you will be storing 9. Again you will be storing order of n. This will again have order of n to the max. So order of n square for each rows and calls and boxes, so which is 3n square. So technically order of n square. So I hope this makes sense how why we are storing it in rows and calls. See, why we are storing is basically for each value you have to keep on traversing every row. So that's by that we can avoid, right? So for every value we can keep on, for this value you have to store, For finding another value, you have to traverse through each column and all this, right? So the same column will be calling again and again. So yeah, instead of that, if you store, you can check it in order of one. So that's what we are doing to avoid that. And yeah, instead of again further calling order of n square and checking, we are storing it into a empty array. So to fetch what all the empty cells. That's it. By that, we'll be getting ij. To find out which box it is, we'll be using this formula to get the box number. So in that, so for each 9 values, if that was already present in rows of that particular index, calls of that particular index or boxes, if it is present, then you can't place that number. So then you will go for the next number. Yeah, like that we'll be adding it into the we are filling, then we'll be searching for the next cells. By this we'll be solving the whole Sudoku. I hope this makes sense to you guys, and I hope you will understand. If something was unclear or you guys need further explanation or something I could have explained better or run through the example fully or something. If something was not clear, please do leave a comment. I'm happy to help. I'll be improve myself better for providing more quality videos. Yeah, I'll be giving the GitHub link to the solutions in all the languages. If you still have any questions or if you still didn't understand, please check out the solution and try to debug it on your own so that you will have a better understanding. So yeah, let's have a streak together. So yeah, if you like my video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell icon to get daily notified, and share it with your friends so that I'll be motivated to do more videos daily. Thanks for watching.